Tagovailoa.
The top 10 most overrated players in the NFL. Do you think your superstar is still elite? From $60 million contracts to record low touchdown totals, today we expose the 10 most overrated NFL players based on the cold, hard 2025 data. This is not a hate list, it is a reality check for the 2026 season. We are looking at the names that dominate your social media feeds, but didn't necessarily dominate the field when it mattered most. Number 10. Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback, Atlanta Falcons. Tua is widely celebrated as the ultimate timing quarterback. His supporters point to his elite ball placement and his ability to run a high-speed offense as proof that he belongs in the elite category. Following his blockbuster move to the Atlanta Falcons in March 2026, the hype has reached a fever pitch, with fans expecting him to be the final piece of a championship roster in Georgia. He is marketed as a surgical passer who can make any offense explosive. The reality from his 2025 campaign with the Miami Dolphins suggests that he is heavily dependent on a specific environment. While he recorded a high completion percentage last season in Miami, his efficiency plummeted whenever he was forced to play off script. Tua finished the 2025 season outside the top 10 in big-time throws and struggled significantly in cold weather and high-pressure road games. Critics argue that his stats are largely a product of the elite speed that he had at wide receiver in Miami, rather than his own individual talent to carry a team. He is arguably the fastest processor in the league from the time the ball is snapped to the moment it leaves his hand. If the Falcons' offensive line provides a clean pocket, he is a surgical passer who can dismantle any zone defense with pinpoint accuracy. His veteran leadership and elite quick-release ability represent a major floor stabilizer for an Atlanta team that has lacked consistency at the quarterback position. Number 9. Patrick Queen, linebacker, Pittsburgh Steelers. Queen moved to Pittsburgh with the reputation of a sideline-to-sideline eraser. After his Pro Bowl years in Baltimore, he was paid to be the centerpiece of the Steelers' defense. He is frequently discussed as one of the best off-ball linebackers in the modern game. The 2025 data was a wake-up call for the Pittsburgh faithful. Queen recorded one of the highest missed tackle rates in the league for starting linebackers. His critics argue that his previous success was a product of playing behind a dominant Ravens defensive line. In Pittsburgh, without that same level of clean space, his struggles with block shedding and gap discipline were exposed. His recovery speed is still world-class. He excels in A-gap blitz packages and can chase down mobile quarterbacks better than 90% of the league. He is a high-ceiling playmaker who just needs a specific environment to hide his technical flaws in run support. Number 8. Jonathan Taylor, running back, Indianapolis Colts. Taylor entered 2025 as a consensus top 3 running back. Fans expected the 2021 version of Taylor to reappear, a player who could carry the ball 300 times and physically break the will of a defense. He is still treated as the ultimate workhorse in NFL media. While Taylor finished with 1,585 yards and 18 touchdowns, the advanced metrics show a significant decline. He was no longer the league leader in yards after contact. When the Colts' offense became one-dimensional late in the season, Taylor's production cratered. He failed to record a 100-yard game in the final 7 weeks of the 2025 season. He is still a premier goal-line threat. His 18 rushing touchdowns led the league for a reason. Even if the elite home run speed has dipped slightly, he remains the most technically sound pass-blocking and vision-based back in the AFC South. Number 7. DK Metcalf, wide receiver, Pittsburgh Steelers. When Metcalf was traded to the Steelers to pair with veteran Aaron Rodgers, the league expected a 1,500-yard season. He is marketed as the ultimate X receiver, a physical specimen who simply cannot be covered one-on-one by any cornerback in the league. The 2025 season saw Metcalf finish with just 59 catches and 850 yards. For a player with his physical tools, being the 23rd ranked receiver in yardage is a major disappointment. He struggled to find chemistry with Rodgers in a timing-based system, often falling back on a limited route tree of go routes and slants. Metcalf's gravity still dictates how teams play the Steelers. He demands double-team coverage on every vertical snap, which allows younger receivers to find space elsewhere. His value isn't just in his catches, it's in the tactical fear he instills in defensive coordinators. Number 6. Davante Adams, wide receiver, Los Angeles Rams. Adams is still talked about as perhaps the best route runner in NFL history. Moving to the Rams was supposed to recreate the Triple Crown magic the fans saw from Cooper Kupp. Even at 33 years old, he is treated as a top 5 wideout by analysts. The stats tell a different story of a touchdown-dependent veteran. Adams finished 2025 with 14 touchdowns, which is elite, but he only managed 789 yards. He is no longer a yardage monster who can move the chains on his own. His catch rate has dipped to near 60%, and his yards per reception were among the lowest of his legendary career. In the red zone, he is still unguardable. His 14 touchdowns kept the Rams' offense afloat in critical moments. He is a master of the short arena win, even if the deep threat explosiveness has naturally faded with age. Number 5. Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, Minnesota Vikings. Jefferson is widely considered the best wide receiver in the world. After signing his historic contract, the expectation was that he would produce regardless of the quarterback situation. He remains the face of the Vikings franchise and a dominant media presence. The 2025 season was a statistical nightmare compared to his previous standards. In games with rookie J.J. McCarthy, Jefferson averaged a shocking 53.7 yards per game and scored only 2 touchdowns. While McCarthy's development was a factor, elite receivers are expected to maintain production. His inability to take over games during the Vikings' midseason slump has raised questions about his quarterback-proof status. He is still the most polished route runner in the game. The 2025 season was a perfect storm of conservative rookie-led offense and double teams that were allowed to sit on him. His talent hasn't left him. The situation simply caught up to him. Number 4. Jordan Love, quarterback, Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love entered the 2025 season with a massive 4-year, $220 million contract extension. After a strong finish to 2023, the media crowned him as the next great Packers legend. Analysts frequently praised his gunslinger mentality and his elite start to the 2025 season. The regular season totals were good, but not $55 million per year good. Love threw for 3,381 yards and 23 touchdowns. While those are respectable numbers, they represent a significant drop from his 32 touchdowns in 2023. More importantly, he struggled in high-leverage moments. The Packers season ended with a bitter postseason loss to the rival Chicago Bears, where Love's inconsistency in the fourth quarter was the deciding factor. For the league's highest-paid player, 23 touchdowns in 17 games is simply not elite production. He is incredibly careful with the football. Love finished the 2025 season with only 6 interceptions, which was among the best in the league for full-time starters. And he is still only 27 years old and has shown the ability to make high-difficulty throws that few others can attempt. Number 3. Daniel Jones, quarterback, Indianapolis Colts. After an 8-2 start in 2025, Daniel Jones was heralded as a comeback player of the year candidate. He finished the season with a 100.2 passer rating and was recently rewarded with a massive contract extension on March 11, 2026. He is currently being treated as a top 10 franchise cornerstone in Indianapolis. The 8-2 start was a mirage built on Shane Steichen's scheme and Jonathan Taylor's early success. After Jones suffered an Achilles injury, the Colts lost their final 7 games. His stats were heavily padded by short area throws that his playmakers turned into big gains. He still lacks the elite arm talent to win a shootout, yet he is now being paid like a Tier 1 superstar. He has completely eliminated the fumble issues that plagued his early career. He is an incredibly efficient manager of the game and arguably the best running quarterback in the AFC South. Within the right system, he will not lose you games. Number 2. Kirk Cousins, quarterback, Atlanta Falcons. Cousins signed a $180 million deal with the Falcons to be the veteran savior. He is marketed as the most reliable pro in the business, the guy who will give you 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns like clockwork. The 2025 season was a major decline. Cousins managed only 10 touchdowns in 10 starts and posted a mediocre 84.8 passer rating. He was so inconsistent that the Falcons eventually turned to rookie Michael Penix Jr. to finish the season. Paying a veteran nearly $50 million a year for that level of production is the definition of overrated. Cousins is playing through the twilight of his career with elite professionalism. He provided the veteran leadership that allowed Penix Jr. to smoothly transition into the starting role. His football IQ remains top tier even if his arm can no longer keep up with his mind. And at number 1, Dak Prescott, quarterback, Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott is the highest paid player in the history of the sport, earning a staggering $60 million per year. He is treated as an elite MVP caliber franchise savior who belongs in the conversation with Mahomes and Allen. The gap between Dak's paycheck and his team's success is a canyon. In 2025, Dak put up empty calorie stats, 4,552 yards and 30 touchdowns. However, the Cowboys finished 7-9-1 and missed the playoffs. Dak led the league in turnover-worthy plays during the fourth quarter of one-score games. He is a stat accumulator who cannot elevate a roster when the supporting cast isn't perfect. Dak is a master of the pre-snap read. He is arguably the best in the NFL at identifying a blitz and checking into a counterplay. He is a great quarterback, but he is being paid like a legendary one, and that mismatch makes him the most overrated player heading into 2026. So, did we get the list right, or is your favorite player being unfairly targeted? Drop your hottest takes in the comments below and subscribe for more deep dives into 2026.